Ooh, spooky, spooky. A zombie YouTuber has appeared. It's been a while. It's been almost a year, I think. So yeah, no, I thought I would just color some and maybe update you on a few things, or I don't know. It's been, when it's been so long that I don't really know if I can do this even. I did have a picture picked. Yeah, so we're going to be coloring in Alan Roberts' The Beauty of Horror 3. I really love this, combination of horror and bright colors of the circus. Yeah, and I'll be using my trusted polychromos that I haven't used in a long while. We'll see how this goes. Around this time last year, I quit my job. And that was interesting. I think I've been the most happy unemployed person you've ever met. Because, it sucks getting loads of rejections and stuff like that, but I could spend a lot of time on writing, which has really taken over all my creative brain cells. So yeah, no, I really went hard into writing, and I'm at the point where I write almost every day. Yeah, I have finished 2 drafts of 2 first drafts. They're a bit like Swiss cheese. One is a novella and the other one is an actual novel. They're a bit like Swiss cheese, as I said. They're not becoming a writer has always been my real dream, but it's I'm approaching it a bit like a 10 years project, where I'm on year 2 now, so give me some time. But I'm following the advice that says that you should the first years you should try to become a writer who can write a good story instead of try to write a good story. So I'm taking up a bunch of opportunities where I see them. I'm gathering critique partners and just gathering all the experience I can, reading crafts books, trying out different things. Right now I'm trying out a new way, because I've been a staunch outliner where you plan your story ahead, but now I'm trying to not plan as rigorously and trying out how that works for me, because that's anyway. As you can hear, there's so much, and I love it. So that's great, but in the modern society, you still need to have at least, if you don't have a job, at least have a plan on how to get one in the future. So I applied for a new master degree, and I actually started that in September this year, at the same time, or when I started out, because I'd given up on getting a job at that time. The market is a bit fucked at the moment, I did get a couple of interviews for the last, or where I came quite a bit in the process, but then never really got anything in the end. So I'd given up on that, and I was okay, I'm going to pivot a bit, spend a few years studying this program. But then one of my leads for getting a job started getting hot right when I started out my new studies. And after a couple of weeks, I think it's 2 weeks ago now, I actually signed a contract. So yeah, so that's I had my first day today, and it's almost exactly 1 year since I resigned. So I'm really, it took a while, but yeah, that's kind of fun. Also, the master's course was really interesting, actually. So it's definitely still a backup plan if I ever want to quit engineering for real. I think that teaching could be fun. It would be mathematics in that case, mathematics and physics maybe, or hopefully physics. Actually, they told me I would get mathematics and chemistry, but I really don't want to have chemistry, so I think I would just like study up a bit to get my physics, because you have to have a certain number of like points in physics to be able to teach that. So I guess I would just study that up during the summers or something. So yeah, that's been happening. No, mostly that. Writing and job hunting and not much coloring. I do have a couple of coloring videos filmed but not edited. We'll see. Hopefully this one will get edited, or you know, it's a chat anyway, so I don't need to edit that much. But still, I really appreciate everyone who's like commented and reached out. Sorry if I've been bad at answering. I actually logged out of everything. Yeah. Well, not... I deleted my Instagram account, and or not deleted, I guess... I logged out of it and I deleted the app. So I'm not... Because I got so tired of all the reels. They're like glue for my brain. It's the worst. It's like a fly trap. If I like start watching shorts or YouTube shorts or Instagram shorts or reels, it's called, right? Anyway, I'm like a fly. I can't unstuck myself. It's really horrible. So I'm like, you know, trying to all those buttons of like, you know, watch less shorts and so on, or show less shorts, right? Because sometimes I'll like accidentally click on one and then I'm... it's horrible. I can't... It's like I can't control my own self. But yeah, but I mean, they're also made to be addicting, so... So that was driving me insane. That like scrolling Instagram was mostly just videos. Was really not good for my brain. So I deleted that. And yeah. Happier with that, I think. Let's see if you even see what I'm doing. What can I do? Good enough for like for being a zombie video. So I don't know who here wants to hear about my writing, but you will, unfortunately, if you stick around. That's where we're going now, I think. Because yeah, I've like spent some time writing blurbs recently, and I'm quite happy with a few of them. I don't know if I'm ready to share anything, because it's kind of... It's scary, right? And as soon as I share something, it's not just that... Because I sort of agree with a lot of people that say that ideas are cheap and that sharing ideas is not... Like, you know, just because someone would write the same thing doesn't mean that it would be the same thing and so on. But then again, also with generative AI and all that, I feel like... I don't know what I feel. It's like, it's a weird time, isn't it? Or am I getting old? Maybe I'm getting old. Let's hope I'm getting old and it's not the world that's going crazy. I'm afraid it might be a bit of both. But yeah. What do we think? Like a reddish brown for the shadows in the face. I don't even know what to call it. On the like brown patches of skin. I think maybe brown. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, no, but yeah, so I have written like a couple of blurbs. So that's what you put at the back side of a book if you like publish. And I've gotten some feedback as well, and that's been fun. As I said, I have like so I don't know what I've said on the channel or not, but the first book I started writing was the first was a cyberpunk fantasy that was too advanced, and then the second one was the Alice in Wonderland meets John Bauer, and that one I was supposed to finish editing this summer, but I sort of blew up the book instead. I like realized something was really wrong, and apparently that's like a normal process thing to do, but got quite discouraged. So that one is I think I know what I need to fix it. I think I need to fix the villain, or like I need to add a villain. I didn't have a villain or antagonist or anything like that. And I think I know how to do it now. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. What do we think about this gray? Shall I maybe zoom in a bit? Let's see. There we go. As usual, I mean, I don't really know what I'm doing with like where I'm putting the shading, but these designs are so pretty anyway, so I think you can almost do anything and it'll still look pretty. Or ugly in my case. I'm kind of going for ugly. I really like it. I think a bit more, right? I could go a bit darker. It's always a bit push and pull, I feel like. Yeah, so my new job is interesting. It's going to be a lot to learn and a lot to handle, but I'm also really hopefully I'll do a good job. It feels like something that suits me at least, so it's a bit further from the product than what I'm used to, so from before. But yeah. Should the inside of the mouse, should that be black? Good question. Alright, since I have these colors already, I'm gonna go to this white face on this side. Yeah, I'm gonna start with the brown again. So for the eyes at least, I've for me the trick is usually to like color dark in the corners and like on the sides. So like here and then here. It sort of makes, I don't know, it makes a difference. It's not rocket science. But yeah. I don't know if I've told you about it, but one of the big things that made me pivot and really focus in on writing was actually a video here on YouTube. I link it down below. I don't remember the name of the creator off the top of my head, but it was a really nice exercise. I would really recommend it for anyone who feels a bit like they're floundering, or has multiple creative hobbies and doesn't really feel like they're focusing in on anything. Not saying that you have to do that. Like, being a jack of all trades is good as well, obviously. Like, and if you don't, we're so like, society is making us so focused on, you know, making money, or at least that's how it feels like. And you don't have to, obviously. Like, that's one of the things also that was I had a bit of a crash out when I realized I have to blow up my Alice in Wonderland project. And one of my friends was like, are you sure you want to, like, it's only a problem if you want to, if you have an end goal of publishing, you know? He said that it could also only be a hobby, in which case you don't have to put such pressure on it. And I mean, yeah, extremely true. Yeah, no, I walked away from that a bit, you know, with a new insight, sort of, that I do actually. Someday I would like to publish a book. I don't need to have, like, make money off it, but I would want to at least try. Not for the, like, money side of things, but I want to share. My stories are too good to be kept just in my head. They need to get out. And of course, every writer feels like that. I'm not special, you know, but I love it when people react to my writing as well. Because I do post some fanfiction on my, like, secret accounts. But yeah. So I love it when people react there. Let's see, something like that maybe. A bit more here. Let us darken a bit in the corners over here as well. Maybe something like that. You can almost always go a bit darker in the corners, like a bit darker than, or at least for me, like, that's what I tell myself. I can always go a bit darker than I think in the corners. I can almost go in with black sometimes. I don't like using black though, but maybe like dark blue. Alright, let's go to this clown over here. Yeah, no, I just wanted to pop in. I really got like happy by seeing a comment. So I just felt like, okay, I need to at least update a bit. Even if it's nothing special, even if it's just like a color and chat or something. This barely does any difference, this orange, right? Okay, let me get a darker one. But it's in times like this that I really appreciate having a lot of works in progress. Because, like, jumping into this picture, since it was already, like, half colored, I don't know, I appreciate, like, having... The idea is already thought out. All I have to do is just shade in some stuff. So, yeah. Oh, there's been so much in writing where I felt like, okay, this is a skill I taught myself by coloring. For example, finishing projects that take a long while is something that I never thought I would be able to do. And I probably wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for like practicing coloring. Cause so another thing that I don't know if I've like shared or not, and it's not like official or anything, but I did a couple of anyway, I'm to keep a long story short, I score kind of high on all the like self assessment test for ADHD. So and that like really explained a lot of things. I felt like for me, like things I've been struggling with, and the tips and tricks that help a lot of people with ADHD also happen to help me. So hey, also like all my list making or stuff like that, like I've already have like coping mechanisms that I've developed because I've had to. So yeah, but yeah, so no, I never thought I would be able to finish like a long project, because like I would lose interest, and I knew I could force myself to like it's coloring has really helped, is what I wanted to say, like taking it slow, taking a little bit every day does in the end win the race. So yeah, that's been a bit of a journey as well. I wonder what the rest of the frame should be, like what color. Should it be like, I think it should be something dull, like either brownish or grayish, like metal. And I don't really know what it should be. Something like that. I've mostly been coloring mindless things. Oh, I did also get demonetized. Whoops. But I'm almost like happy about it. Well, I not gonna lie, when it happened I was a bit like discouraged, because it was also like when I just gotten unemployed. So it was a bit like what am I doing? I did have an income stream over here, but I just let it go to waste. I mean, it's not like it was a lot, but it was like it had potential, right? And I don't know how hard it is to get monetized again. But also, thing is that it did do what I was afraid it would. Like, it did suck out a bit of the fun out of the hobby of YouTube for me. Because, I don't know, it just did. Yeah. So that was a bit of a bummer. But, yeah, so now there's no pressure. Especially if I don't look up how to get monetized again. But yeah, so definitely have on your ad blockers, because I'm not getting any of that. Let's see, I'm going to go in with white on, or like this gray, I guess, on the stripes a bit, to like try to give them some dimension in the like highlights. As usual, I don't really have a plan, but hey, something like that maybe. I guess this would be a highlight here, on like the puffy things, I imagine. And then the valley here would be like darker. Is my guess. And if this goes too light, I can always darken it with like black on top. Oh, I've read a bunch of books also, and I finished a bunch of journals. Like I need to update my my journal videos, my bullet journals. I've kept it up since I started actually, so there's a lot. And I now have a full shelf of finished journals, which is again a thing I never thought I would be able to do. Actually finish journals. Because, you know, the ADHD thing is to like buy a bunch of journals and then use a couple of pages and then move on. So that's what I'd been doing a lot of before. But I've managed to trick my brain a bit. So I'm happy about that. And, you know, it's like whatever works. We all have to hack our brains in different ways. So I'm just happy I found a way to hack mine. We go. Oh, poor Black. So yeah, so I've been on, when it comes to reading, I've been on the hunt for romance books that suit my taste. Because when it comes to fanfic, I really like romance, but when it came to original writing, or original fiction, I mean, I'd had a bad time finding something that suited me. So I started out by reading Abby Jimenez. She's like really known romance artist who wrote, I think I read part of Two Worlds. And if you're a big fan, like, good for you. I'm really not. Oh my god, it really wasn't for me. So that was a bummer. And then I tried other books. I went into queer literature to see if that suited me better. And I did find Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. It's what Harry Potter should have been. It's really good. If you like, it's magical schools and chosen one trope, and a really lovely little love story meshed into the plot. The world building is actually quite intricate, and the writing style is fun. Like, it's YA, but it's not the I mean, I guess many people like things like what is it, Shadow and Bone, and The Red Queen, and the typical YA books that one might think of. But this wasn't quite like that. So I think if you like or if you avoid YA because you think that everything is a bit and obviously, like, every genre has like books that are suit all kinds of tastes, right? So there are all kinds of young adult books, but I don't know where I'm going. I feel like I'm digging a hole because I'm trying to appease everyone. It's hard to talk about books because people tie such strong emotions to them. So if I come here and say that, I thought this book was bad or anything like that, like, obviously that would be just my taste. And yeah. I don't know how like booktubers do it, like balance. They probably don't. They just accept that not everyone is going to like their opinion on certain type of literature or stuff like that. And I guess they should maybe do the same. But coloring is a bit feel like we're a weird bunch. Also, hey, what do you guys think about the coloring blowing? Coco Wire, right? She's been big for a long while. But now TikTok has gotten a hold of it. And I feel like there's, at least in my YouTube feed, there's a lot of videos going like, oh, TikTok ruined coloring. Look at all these people who are like collecting, you know, buying lots of stuff and so on. And it's like, yeah, we had those conversations before TikTok, you know. It's just old news, as usual. Things just get recycled because of drama. But because, you know, like collection is a different hobby than coloring is, and people are allowed to do whatever they want with their money. Stop being a police. A party pooper. That's my opinion. Disclaimer, disclaimer, you're allowed to disagree. And obviously also, like, everything is a bit more nuanced than what like they're you know, everything in moderation is probably good. Let's see. Okay, so we got a bit of life into the black. That's good, that's good. We also smoothed out some of the marker. I have no idea what to color this. Is it like a part of her brain, maybe? Could be, could be. I want to go in and do their fleshy bits. Disgusting. I love it. Let's see. Maybe go with the really pink one. Like that. I still don't know what to do. I like the inside of the mouth, if that should be black or not. I feel like black would really like make it stand out against the white teeth, right? And also I feel like that's how it's usually colored, like cartoon mouse. And try to find a black marker. Or black fine liner. Okay, let's hope I don't regret this. Oh my god, it's so small. That worked, right? I think that worked. It looks good. Do you read? Do you always finish what you start when you read? Or do you, like me, stop something if you don't like it? I usually give books a good chance, like, I don't know, I about 30%, but I also don't start things that I think I won't like I'm quite picky with what I choose to actually read. Like, if the first sentence or the first paragraph doesn't grab me, I won't. I also will never pre-order, and if I ever publish, I don't expect anyone to pre-order. I'm kind of anti pre-ordering. I know it's like, I know about the the weird setup where a book needs to have many pre-orders in order to end up on top seller list and whatever. I don't care. I don't feel like it's not the model that works. Like, look at video games with like pre-ordering, where that has led it, where like game designers, big companies, like, feel like they can release an unfinished game and then patch it up in DLC, and they already know that the game will succeed because so many people have pre-ordered it, so there's not like a push to make it good, you know. And I mean, I would never be like that, cause no, especially not with like art, and I think many writers wouldn't be like that either. But obviously, like, there is a risk I mean, the yeah, I don't know how much anyone here follows like book talk and booktube drama, but there's been some examples recently of like Kickstarters, for example, and the whole Other Winters thing and so on. So there's no, I would never pre-order a book is what I was saying, and also unless it was like already finished and it's like but then it's not a pre-order. I feel like it's if you're like ordering or you're like backing a Kickstarter of a special edition or something, that doesn't count. That's different. Then you're like backing you're backing the packaging, you know, you're backing the packaging of the product. You want a nice cover and like nice pages inside, or a hardback or whatever. But yeah. No, so I always read also like the preview or stuff like that, or listen to it. So I guess you could call me stingy, maybe. I call it smart. That sounded so was it arrogant? That's not what I meant, but like you know, I'm really picky with what I invest into, and so when I don't finish a story, I've usually given it a good shake. I'm not saying like every time, but usually. Yeah. Okie dokie. We got that. I feel like the rim of the hats needs to be colored in because the white is not going to stand out. Like I'm talking about this little rim here, you know, and that one there. Because they're not going to stand out since they're against the gray. It would be really cool otherwise with like the black against the white. But I think maybe I'll just color that in with gold because I already have some golden details. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. So let me actually find a gel pen. I've forgotten where I keep things. That's a different gold than the one that's on her things. But I guess that just means that I'll like incorporate it into the frame. Okay. Oh, they could have golden eyes also. Do we think yes? I think yes. Cute. Can barely see it. But hey, I know it's there. Oh, she also has little pupils here. We go. Let's put in some pink into her eye as well. It's winter time, which means it's getting dark. But right now the leaves are all pretty, and so that's like, yeah, making me happy. Kind of like putting that. I feel like that pink sort of like married it to this pink here, maybe. It's such a small detail also. Maybe a bit like that. Could probably also put in some really dark red into the corner of her lips. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if this job suits me better than my last one. Or if I'll be back here in like 1 year going on a journey of self-discovery again. But kind of hopeful at the moment. The cats are doing fine. I think, yeah, I already got the little PTSD riddled old lady cat that we have, Mishka. She's doing better. Still not quite tame, but I got to pet her yesterday, and like she comes around begging for food, and that's, you know, step 1 of making friend with the cat is when they come begging for food, you give them food. So that's good. Yeah, I mean, if you avoid the news, everything is kind of okay-ish. But there we go. Just darkening in the dark background a bit. I don't know why. Just felt like it. Look at that. Kind of maybe marrying it a bit to the red color that I put into a lot of the places now. I feel like I want a bit darker here as well. I also went over the line, which is making me a bit mad. Like there. Why? But that's how it goes when you're a bit fast. That didn't do anything. Maybe I should just go in with black, actually. Just need it a bit darker here in the corners. Okie dokie smoky. A bit more shading here, maybe. Still haven't decided on the frame. But the studio's been long enough, right? It's been ages. So I think I'm going to stop this here, and we'll see what I come up with for the frame. And yeah, I just wanted to like say I'm still alive. Probably, I don't know, maybe I want to keep my writing for like not uploading to YouTube. Maybe that's what I've been like struggling with. Feeling that like sharing it feels too vulnerable. But I could always color and chat, obviously. Alright. Right, so editing cluttered here, and I thought I would just show the end result as well. So the frame, I went in with Inktense and then pencils on top. And yeah, that's all. See you in the next one. Bye.